it's a beautiful Wednesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-host here with me. Hi, ladies.
Good morning.
How you doing? Don't worry, I have time to yell. How you doing, Jumoke?
I'm doing very well. It's Gufran's birthday today.
Yay! Happy birthday, Gufran.
Happy birthday, Gufran.
Nima is unable to make it. Her car is still not fixed.
Under repairs.
Yes, we wish Gufran.
Somebody should bless her with a new car now.
It will happen this year. It will happen. So happy birthday, Gufran. God bless you. Nima, Ekutoju.
Yeah. And a cool fixing of car.
I'm telling you, Murayo, the money, people just pray for cars and then you realize that to maintain the car is a whole lot. Yesterday, my AC was just doing on, off, on, off. I was calling my husband, Ricky. He said, do you know how much I spent on that car last year? So I contributed, we did 50-50 contribution. So I also spent money. But while clearing up my house, I realized that I have some shoes that I bought. I wear size 43, my legs are really big. Now, because I'm trying to get shoes that are comfortable, I bought shoes that were a little bit bigger than me, and I've not really used them. So I have like 4. So if you have...
What? Who has 43 plus?
Or 44?
If you wear size 43 and your leg is like big, because it's a little... it's free, so I really can't wear it, and you would like me to give you those shoes, just send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, and because I really don't know anybody that has.
Take it to church.
A lot of people don't have that size of leg.
Yes, I like what you're doing.
They don't have it, so and I'll send you the picture. If you want it, then I'll give you.
How you doing, Walicious?
Malicious is doing well.
She's amazing.
Amazingly doing well. What happened? Yesterday, my friend came to attack me. On what's it called? On the for the show yesterday.
What's his full name, sir?
Maji Aida.
No. I mean, what's the full name of Maji? Who gives the child Maji? There's gotta be the full name of that Maji.
I don't know what it means.
I like Maji Kodomi or something.
No, he's not Yoruba.
He's not Yoruba.
But you know, honestly speaking, my body is still aching me. I've not recovered. Like all my thighs, and you know, everybody kept yabbing me. What did you do?
No.
What is this? I said, see, before you open your mouth and you talk,
They did not yab you.
No.
It was Murayo and I that were the butts of
Wait,
the yabbies.
I'm just trying to say that before you open your mouth, come and try it first. People just like to talk from afar. When you have done it and you do it well, then you have the mouth to say, oh, we're not doing it right.
So they have me.
Right, they were graded on, say, we are 90%, 70%, me 50, you 0. It was...
Unfortunately, I don't read my...
Somebody else said Jumoke 75%, who are 70%, depending on the angle of the camera that they saw per time.
You know, but I think for me, honestly speaking, taking your health seriously is very important. You see, those things that just seemed really easy were really, really difficult. You know, till today, my thighs are still paining me. Like, So I think exercise more. We would exercise more this year. What do you think?
Speak for yourself.
We would exercise more this year.
I can't because my leg.
Exercise.
I can't. I have leg issues. Really serious. Each time I try to exercise, my right leg snaps. My right.
I'm so happy that you're not feeling. I was thinking
it keeps snapping, so I can't keep myself.
No, but you don't have to do it that strenuous. You can walk.
That's the problem. I only walk. And walking, I walk so much, so I walk consistently for about 3 months. And that time, by the 3rd month, I started snapping.
But you heard something. You heard something he said that is very key: portion control and watching the right food. I think it's food.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Portion control.
That's the quickest.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to go through the front pages of the newspapers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with Punch. 23 billion Naira Diazani bribe. 100 INEC staff face suspension. Indicted officials must prove their innocence, says commission. Picture here of Oshodi Market, back to life. Yeah, after the holidays. Policemen shoots protesting Chi workers and kill 2. Customs redeploy 246 officers. Chibok girls, Bibraka girls resumes marches to Villa on Sunday. Federal government to ban petroleum products importation by 2018. Fayoshe's wife asks God to shame husband's enemies. Government to repair 50 bridges with 270 billion naira, says Fashola. Oshomole meets Buhari amid rumored cabinet shakeup. Gambia Electoral Commission chief flees country. Lots of stories here. Human angle. Oh, Fayoshe's wife.
Yeah, I'll take both stories, the human angle and Fayoshe's wife. Fayoshe's wife is this was at an interreligious Thanksgiving service. It was organized by the senior special advisor to the governor on religious matters. Okay. And so, let me quote her saying that every enemy pretending as friends, close to the government of Fayoshe, and working against the government, the Lord will expose them and shame them this year. Enough is enough.
That's not even dramatic.
It's not even
However,
it's a normal prayer for everybody. People that go to that famous fire brand prayer. Is it not the same prayer that they say, all my enemies,
church.
all my this?
The religious,
Can we move to the
the special advisor also said that don't listen to prophecies, because we had to discuss prophecies yesterday. Don't listen to whatever prophecies you that is feeding you negatively.
Anyways.
God will give you the power to overturn negative utterances in your favor. But the human angle story is really, really touching, because this is Chi. Everybody, a lot of people consume Chi products. Chi Limited, and the police were found to have shot two casual workers. One of them named Daniel, the other was yet to be identified. Sadly, Daniel just joined Chi, the factory, just this December, a 19-year-old boy. What was their grouse? They said that, one, they have been unfairly treated over the period of their employment, being that they are casual workers, that the good welfare gets to go to the full-time staff. But their crisis, this issue was based on the fact that when they were sharing Christmas gifts
to the staff,
for the staff to take home, all of them, all the full staff got cartons of cheap products, and casual workers got nothing. And it was at that point they said that, no, we also work in this company.
So they now went into the warehouse.
They
started carrying cartons of the product
for themselves.
And the only the police in a bid to stop them now shot, and these two people now have died.
Wow.
The thing is two things. First of all, workers' welfare is very key. But you see, most times, a lot of people that deal with contract staff, they deal with them as though they are not part of the company.
Yes.
So maybe that your labor man, what's his name again, should review, because whether you like it or not, contract staff, they are pivotal to aid the growth of any company. That's one. Number two, the police people. That were supposed to disarm them, they were not equipped enough. We always say this. Most times, if there's a crowd, to disperse the crowd, there are so many things that you can do without having to fire arms.
Yeah.
But the death of Daniel was based on lack of swift medical care. They took him to the company clinic, and his parents met him in the company clinic bleeding. When they rushed him to Lasot, he was already dead.
Yeah.
So his life would have survived if only he was taken to the hospital quickly.
Okay, moving on to the nation. Sad story did. Governor's visit to Wike would stir anxiety in APC. Picture here of ghastly, an accident I think happened somewhere on Lagos Benin Road yesterday. Army deploys troops to southern Kaduna. Abuja airport to be closed on March 8th. Oil price hit 18 months high at $58, and customs implement ban on vehicles import.
Just a quick joke. This Abuja airport, like President Buhari doesn't want too many visitors.
That he shut it down.
But I want to say that the customs
flights have not been doing well because of the weather. So
customs implementing the ban on vehicles through the land borders. They are starting that. And a lot of people are really lamenting right now. This semi-border group of clearers or something, they said there are lots of cars that are already stuck there. I think first of all they should have created maybe like a 3-month plan to say, okay, between this period, if you have anything, I know there was a 1 month. There was a 1 month. There's a 1 month, but I think it should have been longer. Basing that, a lot of people. Let me say something, Jumoke. When you are in Nigeria, a lot of people abroad, my uncles that live abroad, they rather send their things to Benin Republic, because they said, first of all, the process is so transparent, it's easy, seamless, you just do the thing. But you see, in Nigeria here, the custom officer would, do you know that there are two modes of payment? There's the one you use to bribe the custom officer, and then the one you pay officially into the custom account. So I mean, there are too many things that is shrouding the flow.
All right.
So we can the process seamless, and you would get that revenue.
I don't want to discuss these. Let's just review what they said. We'll talk about it in depth, actually, because there's a lot of angles
to discuss
on this topic. Let's move on to Daily Sun. Buhari to Shikau. Surrender now. Fashola raises alarm over 3rd Mainland Bridge. Says bridge threatened by erosion. 5 killed in Ondo auto crash. MMM releases new rules ahead January 14th resumption. Federal government begins move to extradite ex-AGF. Case file has been assigned to Justice Muhammad. Shake-up in customs, 8 ACGs and 338 DCs redeployed. New tariffs for vehicles, others take effect. SUVs attract 70% duty. Tokumbo 35%, rice 60%. Who was that story?
I wanted to take that, but the Fashola
Yes.
story caught my eye because I'm going to be referring to it during the hot topic. He, while inspecting some works going on, was saying that the federal government has earmarked 270 million.
Billion.
Billion.
Next 3 years.
Billion.
Yes.
For the next 3 years for the maintenance of 50 bridges. And he was complaining about the third mainland bridge that ecological activities, human activities, and erosion had damaged some beams in the bridge. You know, and
we have a habit
worrisome
of building something and not going back to check
to maintain and
They were saying in the last 3 years they've not been, you know, these things have been earmarked for maintenance, but nobody had carried out that maintenance.
So we'll see how they
I'm happy about that, but I'm not happy that he's going to budget 270 million for generator maintenance, fueling, and all that. I'm telling you, see, we have to get to a point where we are uncomfortable for us to fix this power issue. We can't keep buying and importing generators. Even if we want to make use generators, let us start making the generators in Nigeria. We still have to import these things, and we are making other people rich.
You need
Mariah,
power
I'm going to
manufacture the
right
generator.
Now. You can't please human beings.
Okay.
When there's no light on the third mainland road, on roads, you say that, oh, what are we doing? Everywhere is black. But when they use generators to organize things,
And
you
the
can't
interim
complain.
until we
Yes,
finally get
we have
the
to
power.
make things work.
Choose what you want, Nigerians.
Mario, have they told you their long-term plan to the extent that you know that it's on the interim?
Well, the
we
truth
don't
is,
lack
the man
plans.
has 529 billion, and we need to call him and ask exactly how he intends to spend that money.
Why?
Yes, but right now they're taking some interim measures, one of which is using that money for
I'm
infrastructure.
saying don't say interim if you don't know if they have
We
a
don't have
long-term
to
Say,
plan.
how would your long-term plan be to use generators forever? That doesn't make any sense.
Mariah, we don't even have issues
But
with
have they
long-term
told you
plans.
what
We
the
have
plans are?
policies, we have plans. It is about implementation of those
Okay,
plans
let's
that are
move on
going to
to
the problem.
Vanguard.
We have the plans now. There's
Let's
blueprints
move on to
everywhere.
Vanguard. Okay,
Top, I
federal
haven't
government
seen any
can
blueprints. I've been
for
looking
power
Catholic
sector.
Church in war of words. Oil prices rise above $58. Breach budget deficit. Lagos says the 812 billion Naira Golden Jubilee budget has Assembly's approval. Vehicles trapped at borders as ban on importation takes off. Okay, so this Southern Kaduna issue.
So the federal government, through the Minister of Interior, Lieutenant General retired Abdulrahman Dambazao, was yesterday very upset with the Christian Association of Nigeria and the Catholic body in Nigeria, saying that they're fueling religious crisis, that the Southern Kaduna crisis is not religious, it is ethno-religious.
And he's saying
that if we have religious leaders who come out to keep on saying things like this, with 500 ethnic groups and many religious bodies in Nigeria, we'll never have peace. But Khan is saying they are insisting that the Southern Kaduna crisis is religious, that the Muslims want to eradicate Christians in Southern Kaduna. They are already occupying 16 villages. That the Minister of Interior should come and look before he talks.
You know, and also the Senate has also set up a committee to investigate. And also I think the army has also sent troops to Southern Kaduna to see to
most of the crisis we had when I was growing up in Kaduna were religious and also ethnic as well. But the thing is, because at every crisis that happened, the governor was on top of it and sending military troops that stopped excessive killings. So I think they should just be on top of the game.
All right. Anyway, just like you said, they're yet to set up a committee. They actually tweeted. That's what they tweeted that
Bankole's aide.
Yes.
Saraki's aide. Bankole.
Yes. Tweeted that we're going to set up a committee. All right. That's all we can take on front page review. When we come back, this 5,000 naira that is being distributed to 1 million poor Nigerians by the federal government is our hot topic today. We'd like to hear your thoughts on it. And later, this Lake Rice matter, we're hoping to taste it and see how it really tastes. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, the federal government has commenced the payment of 5,000 Naira monthly to 1 million vulnerable Nigerians. According to the reports we read, the 1 million Nigerians would receive 5,000 Naira payments under the CCT as a form of social net for the poorest and most vulnerable, budgeted in 2016, in our actually 2016 budget. Now, how sustainable is this project, and can we solve poverty in the country with this? Because the whalers are constantly questioning the federal government, so they are ready to dissect this 5,000 Naira. So if you're a whaler out there, like you said, if you're a hailer, also call. You can call us on 070-806-68014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YoVTVC so we can read it. We have a whaler here. What's your problem? What exactly is your issue with this 5,000 Naira?
Now,
3-point
last year, 3-point agenda. Just follow me with an open mind. The president himself decried this policy in Saudi Arabia last year. And I remember condemning him at the time, and the only reason I condemned him was he should have done it before.
Condemned what exactly? 5,000 Naira?
No, when he was saying he'd rather do infrastructure than pay jobless people 5,000 Naira. He said this in Saudi Arabia when he went visiting. And I said, no, you people shouldn't have even campaigned with this thing. It's a useless policy from my end. Why? If you pay anyone 5,000 Naira per month, that's 150 Naira per day. What would they buy with it? Bread and ewa going. That's 1 meal a day. That's below poverty level. We are not encouraging that Nigerians will live below poverty level, because the president who is serving us is not eating like that. They're using billions to feed him. Now, 5,000 Naira times 1 million persons per month is 5 billion monthly. It's 60 billion annually. How much is our budget for education? Is 50 billion annually for 2017. How much is our budget for health for 2017? Is 51 billion. If you take that 60 billion and add it to education, you will educate the children of this poor that you want to maintain in poverty with this your 5,000 Naira handout. It's not going to take them out of poverty. Times this annual 60 billion by 3, which is our mid-long-term framework. That's 180 billion. Imagine you give it to Fashola, the amount of roads, electricity that you will create with that amount of money, because it's not helping anyone if you give them 5 billion.
All right, so 5,000. So for you, so hang in there. So for you, 5,000 Naira is almost insignificant.
So I'd rather say that how those people are surviving in poverty now. Morayo, the people who beg on the streets, they make more than 150 Naira per day already. So however you are surviving now, I'd rather we put that money into infrastructure such that you can be taken out of poverty in future.
If the objective, what if the objective is not necessarily to take care of poverty? The objective is to have the extra additional income.
A buffer.
Maybe right now you have someone surviving 100 Naira a day. They just say that's what you need to survive. You get 5,000 Naira. The objective really is okay. I'm giving you this 5,000 Naira. Is an addition to what you already have. Maybe if you can save it for a couple of months, 2-3 months, you have 30,000 Naira. You can start a business and then also contribute to the economy of this country somehow. But we're assuming that we're just dashing you to go and eat bread and beans.
You're assuming what they said.
She's also assuming.
What they said
is
that this 5,000 Naira is for those, is for people that do not have money, unemployed and impoverished. So if you're basing it on that, 150 is a whole lot of money if you have nothing. Every developed society needs to sort the issue of feeding. If people don't have what to eat, there will be problems of resorting to crime. One of the ways to ensure that the basics is covered is to ensure that as little as food is sorted. Now, I do not particularly admire the way it is being sorted. I prefer that we do basic meal sorting. Let everybody get food, the least. Let everybody have somewhere to put their head, have places where safe houses where they can sleep. instead of giving them that cash handout. But if they decide to use this policy and it does not compromise on other developmental plans that is on ground,
so
then I support it.
Currently.
It must work together. We cannot say because we want to spend money on developing infrastructure, people will die of hunger. They will die. They will resort to doing anything to survive.
Other parts of the world, they have things like soup kitchens, where you go there to go and have
that's my idea.
So we don't have that here. We're saying have something to hold on the side. But let me take this call first. Godwin, are you there?
Yeah.
Thanks for calling. Good morning. Hello. Not sure.
I don't think we can hear
Yes.
him.
Wait, you want to jump in here?
He's still there.
Can't hear him.
So please
Hello, Godwin.
Mariah, I agree totally, because I went back to think again. I agree totally that, you know, when you're down and out and somebody hands you something,
150 naira a day.
Somebody hands you something, it might give you some form of relief. The point I was trying to make yesterday, which is the point I want to still stand on, is that the mindset of every average Nigerian, when you see someone that has money, all you think about to get from that person is money. Because we have been built and our mind has been conditioned that if I see someone, instead of seeing an opportunity, I would rather see somebody just handing me money. And that is where I have a problem with this policy. If tomorrow I am fortunate to meet an Obama, I will not be thinking of how much would Obama give me when he's going. I'm thinking of what can I do that can sustain a relationship that would give me something, a long-term plan that eventually announces me to the world. So where we want to focus on, and I love what Jumoke said about education. If you educate someone, if you continue to ring into the mind of that person that you are more than this, you are more than this, definitely you would see a lot of changes.
Hungry man.
It's not the issue of a hungry man. If we open up those food kitchens and the shelter homes and all that, it will buffer all these things that you're talking about.
But let me take this
But giving money does not solve any problem.
Let me take this.
We're saying the
That's
same
what I
thing
said
in
fair now.
Ido, are you there?
Yeah.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. My comment is very simple. 5,000 naira is quite a very small amount. For people like Idowu, Jumoke, and every other person in the studio there. But for those people who live in the village, 5,000 naira
is everything.
We should have this understanding when we try to review government policies. Thank you.
Please, may I quickly explain what I mean? We got where we are today because the military interregnum, there was free oil money. So they employed a lot of people that we did not need into the civil service. Now we have an over-bloated civil service. We're using 70% of our budget to be paying salaries and allowances. That's what you're going to continue with this kind of system. What is going to happen in the next 10 years? Mariah, our budget, we don't even have the money.
Let's stay with the 5,000 naira.
No, that's the same point. Listen. We don't even have the money. 100% of your budget, you are going to be borrowing some of it. 25% of it, you are paying debt. So you are still giving people money rather than creating employment. Now, the money that you need, you don't have it. So how are you going to create this infrastructure that will make sure that these people you are giving 5,000 today, in the next 10 years, they can create their own employment? You are perpetuating poverty.
Let's say case in study, because we can sit here, like the caller said, we don't know what 5,000 naira will do in somebody's life in Sokoto, in Zamfara, and these are people getting the money. Sokoto, sorry. Now, if Mr. Daniel gets 5,000 naira, a 19-year-old boy that was just shot because he was protesting as a casual worker, if he gets 5,000 naira, but he has the capacity to farm, but you know the farming period will take him the next 3 to 6 months before the harvest comes, he gets that 5K. He doesn't resort to crime. He knows that his food is that is in Lagos.
He's already feeding.
He's already feeding. That 5K would hold him so that he would be productive. His brain can productively think for the future. Okay. Sometimes all you need to sort is food. All you need to sort is food. 150 is a whole lot of money in some areas.
Femi, are you there?
I'm here.
Yes, go ahead, please.
I'm here.
Go ahead, Femi.
Okay. Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Yeah. All of you guys are correct with all you're saying. Yeah. Morning. I think the lady in red, the lady I wore the red dress.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's saying all that I wanted to say in my mind.
Okay.
5,000 naira might be very small, but it's going to go a long way to help a lot of people. The truth is this: everywhere in the world, they give this kind of small amount to help those that doesn't have anything. So if Nigerian government is doing it now, I think it's better we agree with them.
We applaud them.
Because the truth is...
Not applaud.
All right, thank you very much, Femi. Let me come to you.
I want to say something. Quickly. Yes, I'm happy about whatever it is that they want to do to just allay some worries for the people. But I was watching TV 2 days ago, and I saw a young boy. This boy should be maybe probably 12 or 13. He was already reeling out solutions on how we can use our palm kernel back to create roads, cheaper options that can at least solve the problem of these craters that we find on the road. There are 1,001 of those kind of young men that have the opportunity to sit down and find a solution to the problem that we have in our country today. How is the government thinking of employing those kind of people? Hold on, it's not issue of Tokwe. I'm saying create a platform that people that have solutions, there are loads of solutions. We have problems in Nigeria. There are people that have these solutions. You have not engaged those people. No. These people are just waiting away. Tomorrow, when you bring this kind of policy, you make that person shut down. Your brain stops to think. And you're just thinking, okay, let me just wait for the government to give me 5,000 naira.
No, I don't think this is an all solution to everything. I think while they are doing that,
it must go
creating the enabling environment for young people to make money. They're also saying there are some poor of the poor that let us even try to have to, that social security. It doesn't make it perfect. I hear your point, because it might actually be a campaign promise. Yeah. Okay, let me just say, I could go to them, I'll do this, let me do it. That's one angle. But if we look at it in another way, it might actually alleviate some people. It's not for feeding, no. Let's not ask them to collect 5,000 and go and eat it. They are already feeding, these people are already feeding somehow. The objective, I think, my own end is that let me see a light at the end of the tunnel. Well, I get 5,000 naira. I want to start a bidding business. I can't start it. Let me even put it on the side. 5,000 this month. Next 5,000 naira on the month. Let me even start a makeup course. Let me do it. Something to empower myself. I'm already feeding. I'm eating my bread and my beans already. Before your 5,000 naira came, I have a way I'm feeding already. But that is just an extra buffer to help me out of poverty. But
why did beggars increase? I mean, the number of beggars. Why are they increasing on a daily basis? Why?
Do you have the statistics? Because you just need to pay your.
It's not issue of statistics.
No, you don't have the numbers. You go and check with the ministry now. You two go and get the check. We don't have the numbers.
The number of beggars have increased.
How do you know the numbers of beggars?
On the street, it's one person. Tomorrow it's 10 people.
It
has increased now.
Unfortunately,
because we are giving them money.
Policy blueprints of how this would phase out.
All right, we'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, we can't take any more. We have to move on. We are talking about lake rice. You heard about lake rice? Yes, it's in the building today. We'll see what it. Well, we're supposed to see what it takes like, but
we'll just see what it looks like now.
We'll see what it looks like. Stay with us, right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. Recently, the Lagos State Governor, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, collaborated with the Kebbi State Governor, Atiku Bagudu, to launch lake rice in Lagos. The production of lake rice was said to be designed to ensure food security and to showcase the ability of Nigeria to become a producing nation. Now, but the question is, will the emergence of lake rice affect the prices of other brands in the market, and how sustainable is it? Today we have with us on the show our guest, special advisor to the Lagos State government on food security. Welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, so lake rice. We actually wanted you to bring the rice for us so we can actually taste the rice. But how has it been? It was launched December 16th, I believe, or 15th. Was in the market. Oh, 21 then, because I know it was initially supposed to be 15th, but then it was postponed to 21. How has it been, the sale of lake rice in the last?
So far, so good. Our officials are at the various centers, 15 centers, distributing the rice. People have been queuing. They've been orderly, paying through the ATM.
Hallelujah.
And some, if you don't have ATM, you go through the route of going to the bank, you pay, come up with your teller, and you have access to your rice.
But is that process not too long? Just to go and buy rice? I mean, usually just go to the market and pick up your rice. Why do you have to go through all that process? It's not readily available for...
Which other option do you have?
You go with your money and buy your buy the rice.
Sir. If you distribute, for instance, 100 bags to a particular local government, you already know how much revenue you're expecting from them, you know. So is it not possible to just go there, give them the cash, or you are trying to block them from increasing the prices of the bags?
That is one. Two, again, you know, going to the centers with cash, you know, is not too good. It can be abused. So we're trying to, you know, close the possibility of it being abused. So that's why I say, if you come with your ATM, we have we have the POS that has been deployed to all the centers. It's a matter of you know, striking it, and it will generate your receipt. Then you go to the next door and you know, collect your rice. Then if you don't have ATM, with your cash you go to Zenith Bank, get your teller, and come down for your rice.
Some people say that the rice that was brought in, that the rice, lake rice, isn't enough to go round in Lagos State. Some people say that's why the bottlenecks are there, so has to dissuade some people that are feeling like, I don't have time for stress, so they will not go. So only those that really needed to go there. Was that part of the plan?
Objective or is it?
The objective is to let the rice get to a wider reach of Lagosian, you know. And again, there's need for us to do a very close monitoring so that money bags, you know, do not hijack the process. It's a laudable initiative of the government, which we would not want anybody to rubbish. Okay. So as a result of that, we have carefully, you know, selected those designated centers where we can have our eyes all over and where we can closely monitor. So, and so far so good. We've not had any incidents of, you know, untoward activity.
I agree with you that it's a laudable project in terms of alleviating poverty, but how will this initiative affect the price of rice generally in Lagos and Nigeria? Because right now, normal imported rice is in the range of 25,000–30,000. Lake rice is 13, now 12, discounted by the government. But it's not enough to go around, which is why we're putting it in all the 50 LCDAs so that at least all the poor people will get it. But how will this affect the price of rice generally?
Not even to 50 LCDAs, it's to the 3 senatorial districts, you know, subdivided into 15.
Okay.
So it's about, it's not about it's not going around. It's about, you know, putting, you know, mechanism in place to avoid money bags hijacking the process.
You didn't get my question, sir. My question really is, now, how will this initiative affect the price of rice? Meaning, if lake rice, as in competition, if I can easily get lake rice eventually, right now I can't get it easily, but if the system becomes easier, the people who are importing rice at 25,000 will have to stop. How do we get to that point?
If you go to the market, maybe you didn't do your market research in recent time, it has dropped from 22 to about 18, 17. And that's the effect
because of lake rice.
Okay.
Now, I wanted to ask you something else, because I realized that when the initiative of lake rice came up, I thought that this was also going to generate a lot of employment for people. Like, okay, we have distributors, sub-distributors, those that are your dealers. But the way you're doing it, I don't see that ripple effect of it bringing the ripple employment opportunities that it could have, business opportunities that it could have brought up. Do you intend to still do that, or this is a
ultimately that's where we're going?
Okay.
But we've just, you know, this is just an idea germinated by the two governors, and it's a product of, you know, thinking, planning, and you know, doing, you know, by the two governors. And we promised the Lagosians that we're going to deliver rice by December, and we must do that. That's why we've done that. And ultimately, where we're going is we're doing some kind of sustainability plan, such that the private sectors can key into it. So that we will roll it out very, very soon.
Is that still a bit vague? Because we are worried about demand. We want to be to be sure that millions of Nigerians. Come March or whatever,
there will still be rice.
There will be lots of rice for. I mean, what are the plans, especially with our partnership with Kebbi State, to get this rice to Lagos timely, consistently for a period?
Yeah, that we have done, but over time, and like I said, ultimately we will get there. You see, it requires a lot of things, like funding, machinery, and all that. Good enough, the federal government has approved an 8 metric tons per hour mill for us in Lagos. We have a 2.5, and by the time we install all of this, and by the time, very recently, we just hosted a food security summit. Is to who investor into Lagos to come and invest in agribusiness, and it's crystallizing now. And by the time all of this, crystallizes, you will see so many people, the private sectors, because we are not doers, we are enablers, we are facilitators as a government, and that's why the governor has created that Office of Overseas Affairs and Investment, otherwise known as Lagos Global. So to create that office is the one-stop shop that creates seamless platform for investors to thrive. Things that I've been doing in 6-7 months in getting investors on board. Now you can seamlessly do it within 3 weeks, 1 month, because they've streamlined all the activities to get your permit, to get your business registered, and all whatnot.
It's easier now.
It's easier now. So by the time all of these activities of the government, crystallizes, you will see more and more people investing in agribusiness, and that's how to achieve food security.
Okay. Outside rice, I believe food security cuts across both livestock, different cash crops and all that. Outside rice, what's the plan for Lagos State government for other agri products?
Like eggs.
Like what products are we looking out for now to say, okay, we have launched lake rice. What is the next plan? What are Lagosians expecting, to get?
You see, the collaboration with Kebbi is not just on rice.
Yeah.
We're just taking the bold step by commencing with rice.
Okay.
So there are other agricultural commodity development that we're doing together, like sorghum, wheat, maize. In Lagos I have the highest number of flour mills, breweries, and all of that. Yeah, so sorghum, wheat, they will readily offtake that. Maize, beef value chain, and all of that. We'll be doing very soon. You'll be hearing of lake beef.
Let me, because to add to that question, now we have a lot of farmers in Lagos. If we are doing partnership with Kebbi State, what about the local farmers in Lagos? How are we going to integrate them into the system so they also partake in this laudable project?
It's a chain.
Okay.
Ultimately, we'll get there. You see, right now we have our farmers, plying their trades in Itoki doing rice.
Okay.
And Itoga in Badagry doing rice.
Okay.
And we have some in Ogun State. We have 500 hectares of land in Ogun State.
Okay.
They're also doing rice.
Wow.
So we are going to offtake. When the mill
is ready,
gets on stream, we are going to offtake from all of these people.
And more people
that will reflect.
That's part of my question.
The economy.
That while I was coming back from Benin, I drove through Ikorodu and I saw major rice plantation. And I'm wondering that since your plan is lake rice, would this rice also be branded lake rice?
Because, of course, it's lake rice. It's lake rice.
Also, we have the issue of tomatoes. Right now, they are still affordable. But we know that a few months down the line, we'll start seeing 4 pieces of tomato going for 200 naira or 500 naira. What is Lagos State plan? Because yes, you've done a good job with rice. We need another major staple is stew and pepper.
Rice for the stew for the rice.
Stew for the rice. So, what's your plan to ensure sustainability in the
let me help you.
Consistency of
greenhouses are very expensive, and to start up a greenhouse, the only way you can have tomato readily available in all season. Are there plans or are there subsidized greenhouses that Lagos State government will make available to farmers that want to go into tomato production?
Let me take a quick break.
Yeah.
I'll let you answer that question after the break. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back.
Thanks for joining us. We still have the special advisor to the governor on food security, Mr. Sonny Okalan. Welcome. Thanks for staying with us. Now, I have to go in.
Oh,
he has not answered my question. Okay. Our question.
I think your question borders on greenhouses and all that. Well, aside greenhouses, we're trying to migrate to other intensive model of farming, like what's it called? Aeroponics, hydroponics.
Break it down.
If you go to Israel, that's their land is very stony, yet
they are planting.
They are planting and feeding at 1/3 of the Europe.
Wow.
You know, so that's where we're going to ultimately. You know, the issue of
are you really going there?
Yes, we'll get there because we have a visionary governor who is highly cerebral and who is thinking.
Okay.
We have a thinking governor. You know, the issue of greenhouses. Yes, in Lagos, people think Lagos is not agrarian. We are. If you go to a Yafi along Badagry, you see our greenhouses there. We are doing vegetable in Yafi. And if you go to Araga in Ekpe, you see greenhouses everywhere there. We're doing tomato, pepper,
How do people
cucumber.
partner with you on that? How can a farmer come to that place and produce? Or is it that it's only Lagosians? Or is only the government, is it government run?
It's privately run. It's a PP thing.
Exactly.
You know, we fix the infrastructure and private investor comes in.
Okay. Let me take Uju. Uju, are you there? Uju, thanks for calling. Go ahead. Are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes. Please, I want to contribute to what you are saying.
Yes.
You say if Lagos State government, hello?
We are hearing you. Go ahead, please.
Yes. If Lagos State want to help people, they should help people. They should not condition when they are selling rice. When they are selling rice, they say you can't bring your tax clearer. You should not bring one. If somebody that's feeling hungry that can get all those things, as soon as they very close to the sector, where they are thinking, they will say, go and bring that truck, go and bring your tax clearance. What is that? Please, if God wants to help people, they should help people.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Ojo.
I did not know they were asking for tax clearance.
Mr. Ojo,
Let him clarify.
there is need for you to verify your...
No, but he has mentioned the
No, it is not true. It is not true. Because we monitor everywhere.
So they are not asking for tax clearance.
No conditionalities
so,
attached.
But if they are having issues and there are conditions attached, who should they complain to?
They complain to us in the ministry, Minister of Agri.
How? Where's the number to call?
Okay, is
we'll
there a
give you numbers before we
Go
leave.
to the Ministry of Agri in Alausa. It's not done. You can ask for the Ministry of Agri. They'll direct you to the place. Okay.
There's nothing of sort, no conditionality attached. Just go with your money or your ATM
and buy rice.
Buy the rice. Yes.
Critics of Lake Rice say that before the Buhari government, we used to buy rice at 8,000 naira a bag. We are now queuing to go and buy Lake Rice of 12,000 naira. That's how is this bettering our life? I've heard it. Please, can you respond to that?
Well, it's not our making to hike prices or to make things difficult for the people. No, that's what we met, and we're trying to change it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why is Lake Rice a little bit more expensive than how much we used to buy rice, imported rice?
Since it's all locally produced.
Exactly.
Jumoke, even if it is locally produced, it's at a cost.
Yes,
and you can't get it anywhere in Nigeria. Rice goes for 22,000 naira now in the open market. Ours is 12. And it has increased the disposable income of the people.
When there's diesel, prices of everything has gone up.
What do we do?
We asked you to answer.
Let me hang in there. Let me take a call from Uche. Uche from Shomolu. Are you there? Uche, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Please go ahead. Thanks for calling.
That's all I know.
Yeah, I want to talk about the 5,000 naira.
Yes.
To 1 million
skip
people.
that story. I want us to focus on this our guest here, because we have a guest in the studio. I want to move quickly to poultry issue, because we still import chicken and turkey,
fish,
all that stuff from
even chicken is sorted
from wherever it
fish.
is. Is there anything being done that we localize the poultry, especially those that are preserved? Not the live chicken. I'm talking about those that you can actually bag them and you can freeze them and sell them in months after. I mean, do we have that plan in Lagos State, or we still?
If we have anything going on well for us in Lagos State, I think it is in the livestock industry.
Yes.
Okay.
We do a lot of poultry activities
But we don't have
in Lagos
fish.
State.
Okay.
We don't have fish. We do.
Go ahead.
Hold it. If you go, we have a farm estate in Ayedoto. It's poultry farm estate. Okay. If you go to Erikorodo, it's poultry farm estate. You see people, our farmers, plying their trade there. And I wonder why people are still importing and buying imported fish that are carcinogenic anyway.
True.
Ours is
yes. Not enough. Very true. Well, how do we differentiate the ones that are
live and fresh?
No, we don't lake rice from the others. How do we differentiate the ones that are made locally in Nigeria?
Do we have mackerel?
We don't have fish locally.
That's the fish we're talking about.
We don't have fish locally. We don't have Titus. We don't have Shawa. We don't have Panla. We don't have those locally.
What we have is catfish.
It's only catfish that we have locally.
I also have tilapia. We're doing tilapia. If you go to Odogunyo, we have a farm settlement. Farm settlement. Oh, what ni Odogunyo?
Where is that?
In Ikorodu here. So we have Ketuerenyu. We are doing fish there.
So I think the problem is distribution. So how is Lagos State focusing on distributing it to the open market? You know, if it's possible, I know some of
even creating employment. People can come and help you distribute
it. The ones they are doing in Odogunyo, in Ketuerenyu, is distributed to the open market.
It's not enough.
My question, sir, is that how do I differ? Because I would rather buy in Nigeria the Lagos fish
or
chicken than buy the one from Cotonou.
Yes.
So how do I know? I know lake rice. I'm going to look for lake rice. How do I know this one that you're talking about? Yes. The Odogunyo one. How do I know it?
Well, our farmers are there doing plying their trades, and even if you want fresh fish, you can go to the market. You get fresh fish, tilapia, and not the frozen one.
Let me take Ronke. Ronke, are you there? Sorry for keeping you.
Hello.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Hello, good morning. First time caller.
Yay.
Welcome to the show.
Morning, Mariah, Uwa, Tope, Jumoke, my sake. I've been dialing for a long time. Okay, fine, I got through. He's talking about the state government helping with the lake rice issue, going for 12,000 naira. How many citizens and non-citizens of Lagos State can afford to buy this rice for 12,000 naira?
You can't go there, my sister.
Well, we have one for 10,000 naira. There's even one. And we have one for 2,500 naira.
They broke it half bag.
25 kg goes for 6,000 naira. And 10 kg goes for 2,500. So
they've done their best.
It's a matter of choice.
You want to just distribute it for fair free. You come and collect it free of charge.
Abel, you people have tried.
Thank you very much.
We must applaud
the millers, those doing branding, those doing packaging, the farmers themselves that grows the paddy rice, and even the laborers.
We are hailing you. We know your work.
Well done. All I know is that before
we have created wealth.
I don't remember that you're talking about. I don't remember.
So people are not poorer. That's what you mean.
One question to Jumoke: the price of dollar and the price of this one, was it the same?
So I mean, they are not using dollar to buy lake rice.
No,
the machine.
That meal was it done in Nigeria?
I import it now.
Mariah, other states.
Is Jumoke Wela or here?
She's a Wela.
That's all we can take on the show.
Please emulate
Thank you so much.
Have a lovely day.
You are doing a great job.
Bye-bye.